Menu narration option is set to off.
Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs return team will have that offense backed up. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it. And he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
They'll run it from the gun. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. And the Bulldogs racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll ride the hot hand. And this one will be stopped for no gain. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So the Florida Gators offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Running back searching for a hole. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
about that way to start a game? They didn't even attempt to throw. They just ran it meticulously down the field, and that guy caps off a beautiful start to this game with a touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll go right back to him. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 6. Mississippi State right back to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Ivory. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They want to throw it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them,
snags it down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Powers through the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Now on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they got him for the sack.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
They go to the ground, running with power. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding, all right? This offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Quickly complete. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Sims. Unloads it downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now for this defense moving forward.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. He's looking to pass. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a move. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
It's complete. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. They're testing the right side here. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise,
headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. He'll take it on the return. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll go right back to the run. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Looking to take a shot. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll run play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They'll go to the ground. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Timeout, Florida. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. To the 15. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And the Gators decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, the ground game. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is, other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll open this third quarter with a run. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The lone back's got it. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Turns it on at midfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Henry. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Gators are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Trying play action. Getting some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From the gun, running back gets the give. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Now, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Looking for a man. It's Sims. Gets it out fast. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone.
Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida! And the punishment has been extended. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra 1st down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He gets a block. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
Let's go! Acorn!
to throw. It's Sims. Looking deep. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's looking to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Gator! And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue? Comeback for the ages in store. We'll see as we start the fourth. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Caught over the middle. It's Hester. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got great speed. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On the move is the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll run it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And big-time play by this defensive line. Setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the fourth down now. I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback. I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The give to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And the Gators want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got some room headed to the goal line. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called by the defense, a mere 21 seconds to go here. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to pass. It's Coates. He'll take another shot here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Gators! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Trying to find his man on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figure.